Welcome to the Crypto Giant channel, where you get the latest information pertaining to cryptocurrencies, specifically looking at Bitcoin, which is the biggest cryptocurrency regarding to market capitalization. Guys, let me begin by saying, if there's only one video you need to watch till the end pertaining to Bitcoin, it's this video. Let me repeat myself. If there's only one video you need to watch till the end pertaining to Bitcoin, it's this video. In this video, I'm going to be looking specifically at the Bitcoin price prediction using pure mathematics to show you where the Bitcoin price is going to go to, because there's a lot of people who feel that they've already lost an opportunity to get involved in Bitcoin. Yeah, I'm using pure mathematics to show you exactly where the Bitcoin price is going to be in the near future. I'm talking about as early as 2021, and the numbers are crazy. And please also don't forget to subscribe to this channel. Click on the icon below, the subscription icon below, and also click on the notification icon so that when I upload videos you can get a notification, please. Okay, thank you. And so Bitcoin at this stage is very volatile, and some people become skeptical with what is happening with Bitcoin. Is it the right investment? Can I put my money into it? But I just want to take you through this graph. This is the price of Bitcoin, the price lows, the lows, price lows of Bitcoin for each year since its inception in 2010. If you look at this graph, Bitcoin over the years has been creating a higher low. So the low it created in 2011 was higher than the low it created in 2010. Other than the year 2015. Other than the year 2015, Bitcoin has been creating higher lows. The higher the low that it's created in 2012 was higher than the one which it achieved in 2011. So since its inception, other than 2015, Bitcoin has been creating higher lows. And what does this mean? It means the number of people who are holding Bitcoin and don't want to sell Bitcoin, it's increasing. So this is one graph that you can look at, which clearly indicates the growth in Bitcoin. The people who are not willing to sell Bitcoin are increasing. So it means that Bitcoin it's growing over the years. So there's a lot of people who have confidence in Bitcoin over the years. Other than 2015, it has been creating higher lows. And also, if you look at this graph, there's also 2 points here which I depicted. These red lines, they show the halving. Every 4 years, the supply of Bitcoins drops into the market. In this region, from 2010 to the year 2012, there was 50 Bitcoins which were issued to the miners every 10 minutes. And when that halving happened in 2012, that number went to 25 Bitcoins every 10 minutes. And then and the other halving happened in 2016, and that number went to 12.5 Bitcoins for every 10 minutes, which is issued to the miners. So what happens is with Bitcoin, after the halving, a year after the halving, it makes an all-time high. So after 2012, it made an all-time high of $270.94 US. That's an all-time high it's made just a year after the halving. And the last halving happened in the year of 2016. After the halving in 2016, Bitcoin created a new all-time high of $20,074 US. So just take this into consideration. I'll refer to it later when I do quantify the Bitcoin price prediction scientifically. And also another chart which is very interesting, which shows that Bitcoin is increasing. This chart, you get it from the website of blockchain. it shows the transactions per day for Bitcoins, and it's a log graph. So if you look at this chart, it clearly shows that the number of transactions per day for Bitcoins is increasing. So the number of people who are using Bitcoin for transacting or either as a store of value, it's increasing. People are moving towards Bitcoin. So that's why the Bitcoin market cap will increase. So now let's look at prediction number 1. Because there's a number of people who are predicting what will be the Bitcoin price after the halving. So I wanted to quantify this mathematically, and the numbers are ridiculous. In the year 2012, after the halving happened, Bitcoin made an all-time high of 270.94 US dollars. That's equivalent to about 4,000 rands. And after the following halving happened in 2016. So after a year after that, it made an all-time high of 20,074 US dollars. That was equivalent to about 296,000 rands. Okay, if we look at the percent increase after the halving, so the price increase from 270.94 US dollars to 20,074 cents in terms of US dollars, that's about 73% increase. So if we say that the Bitcoin will behave in the same manner, it means in the year 2021, because the next halving is happening next year, June 2020. Next year, 2020, next year, the Bitcoin halving is happening. So if Bitcoin follows the same pattern, one Bitcoin should go to about 1.4 million US dollars. Just imagine. Just predicting that Bitcoin follows the same pattern. This means that the Bitcoin, for one Bitcoin, it must go to 1.4 million US dollars. That will be equivalent to about 21 million rands. Just imagine. And if you compare that to today's Bitcoin price of 8,440 US dollars, you can clearly see that there's a huge potential in terms of returning your investment if you can get hold of Bitcoin. The Bitcoin price in terms of rands today, it's about 125,000 rands. So this is one way of predicting, is to say if Bitcoin follows the same pattern which it did in the past halving, this is where the Bitcoin price should be in the year 2021. And I used a second. I also did a second prediction, which is also scientific. But before I go there, I want to take you through this article so that you can understand where I'm getting the numbers from. Okay, this article, it's an article from Forbes. It's saying Visa enters the 125 trillion global money transfer market with new blockchain products. So what I want you to take note of, it's the market cap for global money transfer. That market is $125 trillion. That's a market cap for global money transfer. And also I want to take you through this article. Okay. So this article, it says the size of the gold market. So what I want you to take note of here is the market cap for gold. The gold market, it has it is a market cap of 7.3 trillion. 7.3 trillion. That's the market cap for gold. So now, my prediction, the second prediction, which I did to predict the price of Bitcoin for the next 2 years. What can be the price for Bitcoin for the next 2 years? And this calculation specifically shows me that the Bitcoin way undervalued. Bitcoin is way undervalued. So the market cap Bitcoin before I explain these calculations, Bitcoin, it is a product and an asset at the same time. Bitcoin, it is the most efficient way of sending cash across borders. So you can transact with Bitcoin. That's why it has a potential of tapping into this market of global money transfer market. You can send Bitcoin to anyone around the world. He can receive it in a matter of minutes and exchange it to the currency of whatever country he's in. And then if you also refer to the article which I shared with you, the bureaucracy which is involved, you need a proof of residence, you need to have proof that you're traveling to a specific country, and the time frame you need to exchange your currency to whatever forex currency. Bitcoin doesn't have that. You can go to any country, you can send Bitcoin to any country without any documentation required. So there's no bureaucracy because it doesn't belong to any government entity. But it also has a potential of tapping into the gold market, because it is the if you refer to the growth in Bitcoin, it has outperformed any market in the past decade. As I showed you, the best performing stock was about 70,000%, and Bitcoin is currently sitting about 21 million %. So it has outperformed any stock or any asset. So it has a potential of tapping into the gold market and as a store of value, because gold market is, most people keep gold because over the period it has acted as a very good store of value. But also Bitcoin has added benefits with regards to gold, that if the price of gold increases, there's a lot of there will be a response in terms of more gold mining companies will open and oversupply the market, and the price will go down. So with Bitcoin, there's no supply additional response in terms of supply. There's a fixed number of Bitcoins which drops every 4 years. So it has a potential of tapping to this market. So the global money transfer market, it is a $123 trillion market. And the gold market is a $7.3 trillion market. So the two markets combined, $132 trillion. So I made an assumption that what will happen, and this calculation clearly shows that the Bitcoin, it is way undervalued. The assumption is that what will happen if 1% of the people, 1% of the people who currently use the traditional ways, conventional ways of sending cash across borders, and 1% of the people who hold gold or keep gold as the store of value, if 1% of those people decide that, okay, they are putting 1% of their money towards Bitcoin, that will that will push about 1.3 trillion US dollars to the gold market. So the market cap for gold will for Bitcoin will increase by about 1.3 trillion US dollars. And currently there's about 18 million Bitcoins in circulation. That will push the Bitcoin price to 73,557 US dollars. So if you compare that with today's price, Bitcoin price of 8,440 US dollars, it clearly shows you that Bitcoin is undervalued. 1%, that is way underestimating the power of Bitcoin. 1% is nothing. That can happen today. And that price, that 73,557 US dollars is equivalent to about 1 million rands. So if 1% of the people in these markets decide to put 1% of their cash to Bitcoin, it takes Bitcoin to about 1 million rands. And I think this is a very conservative number. I honestly think, with the research which I've done, in the next 5 years or so, 20% of people who are involved in this market will move towards Bitcoin, because it's the better store of value if you compare it to gold, and it is the most efficient way of sending cash across borders if you compare it to the current conventional ways of sending cash. There's less bureaucracy, it's completely decentralized. So let's see what happens if 20% of these people push their money towards Bitcoin. It takes one Bitcoin to about 1.4 million US dollars. And that would be equivalent to about 21 million rands for one Bitcoin. And if you listen at the current predictions of guys like John McAfee, he is predicting that by next year, Bitcoin should be about 1 million US dollars, and people laugh when they hear those predictions. But if you calculate it mathematically, it makes sense. It's not predictions which are based on just which are not grounded or backed by technical explanations. It's predictions which you can quantify mathematically. It's something which is very possible. So guys, you need to get involved with Bitcoin. Start finding out more information with regards to Bitcoin. And please also don't forget to subscribe to this channel and click on the subscription icon below, and also at the notification icon below, so that you can get notifications when I upload new videos. Thank you.